Alright guys, so here's we're back on the gun bash. So what I'm going to put in this gun, this is what I'm going to keep from when I opened it. It was an Echo 1 Red Star. The gears had broken, so we had replaced them with Classic Army. I'm assuming a teammate's gun, so I'm pretty sure we did the work on it, and then he sold it and we bought it because we do goofy things like that. Anyways, so the gears must have broken. We replaced them with the Classic Army. Those are going to go out because this is going to be one of my fun builds. Now, here's an interesting one. I guess I had measured or calipered, but this is a Gen 1 Scorpion Evo cylinder. That was in here with this. It's pretty tight. I could probably Teflon it if I wanted. And so that was in there. That was correct. This is the ASG air nozzle. We replaced the tappet for whatever reason, so we replaced it with the AK SIG or version 3 tappet from ASG/Lone-X, and then we have the Lone-X piston. Now, I'm going to contemplate if I'm going to keep this, because what I'm going to show you guys right now, because ASG doesn't carry high-speed gears, and I've looked from some of my wholesalers, they don't have Lone-X ones. My hands are all nice and greasy. These are the Lancer Tactical. Okay, packaging is not the greatest, but then again, to be quite honest, I really could give a poop about the packaging. But this is the Lancer Tactical. Product number is LTM4U11. This is their 13-to-1 gears. Words on the street is that these are comparable to the SHS/Super Shooter gears. They're in there as Super Shooter gears. So this gear set is going to go in here. I'm going to be installing the ASCU for the version 3 gearbox. This is the Gen 5 version. And then I will be installing just because a buddy of mine, Trevor, squad mate, gave me this trigger. So I'm going to put that trigger in there too. So all this stuff is going to go in there. I've never installed the Gen 5 for the version 3. I've done the previous ones and I never had an issue with them, but I wasn't that excited about their switch. So taking the gears out, taking these Lancer Tactical gears out, bit of an unboxing and rambling here. They look good. I love the fact that we have, if I get another one, little pet peeves of mine, right? Particularly if I'm going to use something with active braking or not, or use a MOSFET. We have 6 points instead of 4. 4 is okay, which is better than the GMP, which uses 2. But once you start to change the motor, you change the motor, you get overs, you get massive backspin. This one here, you can still get backspin. With these guys here, the 6 stopping points eliminate the backspin. So right now, these look really good. I'm going to assume it looks like this might be pressed in, where these guys here, if you look, you see the different colors in here. This is a cast gear with the metal pin pressed in. This is either one of two things. Either this was a cut gear, or I'm going to go with, because it's Lancer, I'm going to say it's cast, and then this was put in, cast, put in, then basically set with pressure, and then colored. So that one looks good. Right now, these bearings, I don't remember if these were switched out. These could be the Echo 1 bearings, or these are the ASG Gen 2 bearings. So it's a little tight in here, which I will tell you right now I like. Okay, they just don't fall in and out. We have a little bit of play, but initially they're tight, so I like that about the gears. I'll give that to the gears. Now let's check the fit on the spur gear. Like I said, the packaging's fine. You know, some guys would like to see a lot of oil, some don't. I personally don't care. That's no big deal, but it's the fact that they actually did package them. So same thing here. Okay, it looked very nice. I can't tell, there is still some oil on here, which leads me to believe that these might be cut and then this is pressed in. I also don't see a seam down here, yeah, so who knows. I don't know how these are made, but let's set it in here. Right now, here's a really nice one. We got a little bit of grinding, but I think that's on the bearings. But right now, super smooth. They fit really nice. Not too much play this way, so that's good. So the pins on those are nice. Now we check out the next one, and here's another one, which I really like to check is to see, because we have the cutoff lever, right? Let me move that forward. This cutoff lever is going to go the way of the dodo. All right. You can't. It does happen with other gears, and it basically chaps my ass when the cutoff lever, the gear, is cut too low for the cutoff lever. This guy here. So if we put this in here, see that movement? That's fine. What you can see here, hopefully you can see, if I push down, it's not touching. There's no noise. It's not touching. So this is nice. So what that means is I really don't have to worry about shimming the cutoff, the sector gear, high enough to get past the cutoff lever, which gets it higher to here, which means there's the possibility, as I raise this, of the tappet plate getting caught and binding on the gear if I have to shim it so high to get it to clear the cutoff lever. So the pin on this is really nice. It's got good height. This is also a two-piece gear, which I like as well. And there's, you know, there's some oil in here. This one definitely looks like it might have been cast. I definitely think that was cast. This one here, what I'm thinking is, this is cast. The pins aren't cast. They're pressed in. And then these here are cut. But like I said, what I don't want is this guy going up here, and I've had it happen where the tappet actually gets caught. Either the shim or something else causes drag on the tappet. So right now, these guys here are a good fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plunk these in and clamp this gearbox together to see how many shims we're going to need. But right now, I really like them. They mesh well. They're fitting in here really nice. Right? 13-to-1. It's very possible. I won't have to. I'm probably going to, if I use this guy here, I'm going to have to short stroke it. I am pretty dang sure I'm going to have to short stroke it. So I might get rid of this piston and then find use an SHS 14 tooth piston. So let's get this together. Let's get my fancy clamps. These guys here, godsend. I will say it every time I make a video and I work on shimming. Get these guys from Home Depot. They're hella cheap and they work out great because you can just clamp this gearbox together and you don't have to put all the screws together. So let's see how much play we have. Okay, let's see if I can do this with the pick. Alright, let's hang this upside down here. Here we have, wow, we've got a good amount of play there. So that's at least a 3mm shim. That could be a 3mm and a 1.5mm shim. This guy here, no, looking at the sector gear, I mean the spur gear, sorry. The spur gear, here let me move this down. The spur gear, I'm not going to need to shim. It's so tight, there's no shim needed. So let's hope that it does clear. It seemed like it made a little bit of noise. Now the sector gear, no play, there's play on the sector gear, but it's minimal because I'm getting resistance, but the resistance, yeah, I think I'm going to need 1 millimeter shim on the sector gear because I'm pushing up here and that's coming up on the cutoff lever. So right now, we're good. The most shimming is going to be here. So if I shim this, I split the difference. I'm thinking I can put a 3 here and a 1.5 millimeter shim here. Yes, I'm guessing. I'm just looking at what it is. I should be good. But right now, this is nice. This is nice. And they're very quiet. So there you go. Looks like minimal shimming. So this thing will be done pretty dang quick. I'm liking this. So the only one, so that's nice. Minimal shimming is nice, which means less room for error, particularly with these being 13-to-1. And if I put in the Jeftron MOSFET, no, I'm not going to put in the Jeftron MOSFET. I am going to use that ASCU. So I'm only going to go with the 30K motor, maybe 35K. I find anything over, for me, once I go to a 40K on a control unit, even the Titans, they overheat because they're not made for, they don't have enough torque for the active braking. And because you're reading sensors and you're reading cutoff levers, you know, they're monitoring the cycle, they're going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. So this thing looks like it's going to be done pretty dang quick. So let's see here while we're at it. Let's put this guy in. Move this here. Let's check our angle of engagement. Okay, let's see what we got going. I might put in, here's another thing, looking at it, I did do this, this isn't moving. I've got that gap here. I think I'm going to put in the Lonex version 3 cylinder head, because I have that gap. I want to do that. That'll work, but this does fit, and when this goes together, you're getting it here and here. We have some radiusing here and here. I don't know if that was done or if I did it, don't remember, but that'll be nice. So let's check the angle of engagement. Let's get this gear out of here. Okay, so far we're good. Let me do my old, here, let me just push this back in. I'm going to put this guy in here. Make sure nothing gets stuck. So far we're good. If I can get a full throw out of this, this will be great. Yep, looks like I can get a full throw, and I won't have to short stroke it. So this guy here, which means I won't have to add a washer, I won't have to change a spring. We're good. Yep. Okay, so far these guys are meshing up really well. Very little work that's going to go into getting this gearbox built. Now I just got to decide what I'm going to do with this piston head, because I don't like that piston head. So that piston head's going to go. Probably going to put in a Lonex. Maybe if I have more Evo parts, I could, because I take a few apart. Might do that, but anyway, so there you go. That's where we're at with this. I will see you guys later.